in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Visionary Hotspot, talk radio with the consciousness of women, for women, by women. A radio show bridging the gap among women desiring their purpose with the world's greatest minds, achievers, and believers of women's progress. The Visionary Hotspot Talk Radio, creating conversations that matter, inspiring, encouraging, enlightening, and empowering women to live life as our greatest self. I am you, you are me, and we are visionary women. Hi, everyone. This is Charmaine Caraway with thevisionarywoman.com, and I'm here in the video exchange with my lovely friends, Violet and Lola White of Transformational Wellness and Coaching. And we are here to discuss having the courage to love yourself is not selfish, it is self-fulfilling. Hi, ladies. How are you?
Hi. Hello. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope I got that introduction right.
White Iris Transformational Coaching and Wellness. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for the correction. So, ladies, we're discussing today why is it that having the courage to love yourself appears to some people to be selfish and not self-fulfilling?
Well, it would appear to be selfish because I guess that's the way we've been taught. Most of us as women, we have a long history of self-sacrifice, of being less than the rest of the family, and we behave that way. And so therefore it got that bad rap that when women finally realized they needed to stand up and have self-care, that was being selfish.
Mm-hmm. And Lola, what are your thoughts on the matter? What do you think in reference to women and being able to realize that taking care of yourself is not selfish, but it's self-fulfilling? When you're able to take care of yourself, you're able to take care of everyone else. What do you think?
I totally agree. I mean, you're not able to offer something that to somebody else that you don't have already. And to expound a little bit more on what Violet was talking about, there's just such this crucial piece with vanity, right? Of women just feeling like they're vain because they're taking care of themselves, or they're trying to look prettier, or they're into, maybe God forbid, their self-image, and it's something that I feel that is done kind of on secretive, like don't tell anybody that I worry about the way I look externally. The inside is just as important as the outside.
Yes, I absolutely agree. It was so funny because you'll find that a lot of times women tend to dimmy down who they really are to make other people feel better, and therefore it's very challenging for them to see their self-worth, and making themselves feel as good as they should be self-fulfilling. Do you find that also to be the case, Violet, where women are watering down who they are and always gratifying others, so therefore they don't see how important it is to self-fulfill?
Oh, well, absolutely. Absolutely. Just especially women with families. They lose themselves in the family. We begin to live for our families. Our mothers may have taught us that. And so then you forget, what do you stand for? Where are you valuable in your own rights, not in connection with your family? So yes, so then we dim our light, as you were saying. We don't walk with our heads held high and really show the world, look what I've got to offer. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I love that. I love that when you made that connection to who we are in our own right. A lot of times I find that we piggyback off of other people's accomplishments and their success. How, in what way, Lola, are some ways that you have found that you were able to self-fulfill without connections to anyone else outside of your business partner? Miss Violet, how are you able to stand and show the world that you were able to self-fulfill without any connections to anyone else, and you did it in a way that showed your success?
It's really interesting that you bring that piece out, because it just seems that a lot of times exactly what we talk about as a main front topic is a crucial piece that we need to be going deeper on. And this is something that within this past year significantly has been made to my attention, and how so many other people compare themselves or live vicariously through other people. You know, it's like living through their success. And for me, it was living through Violet in a lot of ways in the past, and allowing her to take the lead. And in that way, we can dim our light, because we're proud of these women. We're proud of these entrepreneurs, these successful people that we do admire. But again, we start to live in their shadows sometimes, because that vicariously living through them, it's almost like we still get a certain feeling of accomplishment of being a part of that. But we lose ourselves in there, and what our identity is, by comparing ourselves or trying to walk in their shoes and not realizing we have our own shoes, we have our own stilettos, you know. And one of the pieces, yeah.
I love that. I love that. I love the part when you said your own stilettos, because see, I know a lot of other people may not realize this, but I know that the two of you are mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, and I would have never known it. I just would have thought that you guys were just maybe mother and daughter, because you guys seem so close. And I think that is such an extraordinary measure to be able to be business partners with your mother-in-law and be able to coexist with one another. Tell me a few secrets to you guys being able to manage a successful career and then also maintain the boundaries between business and family.
Well, first of all, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We happen to be very good friends first, I think. You know, we just happen to be mother and daughter-in-law too. But I think we would have connected and been friends no matter what. So that definitely helps. And we do have to set boundaries, and those boundaries consist of what any business partners would need, and that's respect for each other. So we have a deep respect and love for each other. So when the family dynamics creeps into the business, we always try to go back to being professional women and treating each other in that way. And we know we have a common goal of this business being successful, and to be able to have the life that we want to have by having a successful business, and be able to mentor and help other women. So we have to keep a harmonious relationship, a good business relationship, but most of all, the respect has to trump everything, the love and respect.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you, ladies. And that is so interesting that you mentioned about the love and respect has to trump everything, because I also think that transcends into ourselves. When we love and respect ourselves, that also has to trump everything on the outside, because it transcends into our business. So one of the things that I wanted to see is, and wanted to know is, what are some of the projects that you ladies are working on that you teach women how to love and respect themselves, honor themselves by gaining self-fulfillment through some of your projects?
Well, we have quite a few programs. Which one do you want to?
Well, what I'd like to focus on is our foundation program, which is the Body Lux program, 90-day masterpiece, which is really allowing women to dig deep within themselves with that time with us. And we start with their health and their weight. Most women come to us because they do want to lose weight. And that's a big piece sometimes, because women are hiding at times behind a layer of weight. In fact, they don't even realize they're keeping it there. They say they want to lose it, but they can't, because it actually is padding between them and the world. So we start there with helping them shed that layer of weight if that's what they wish, but also learn more about how to have optimal health so they can feel good and have the energy and the vibrancy that they want in their life. But then we must dig deep and really talk more about how they got to this place. And
yes, I agree. Oh my goodness, Violet, you hit it on the head. I agree. You know what is so funny to me? I find so fascinating is the simple idea that people and women, they come to us, coaches and psychologists, psychiatrists, transformational wellness coaches, etc., and they're looking for ways to gain some kind of help, but they don't realize that they're sabotaging their success when they're not being honest with themselves. Now, if you know your blood pressure is going through the roof, if you know that you're unhappy with your weight, forget everyone else being unhappy with your weight, but if you know you're unhappy with your weight, why not come to White Iris transformational wellness and coaching to gain the help, but also to gain the knowledge from these two beautiful women who have been there and done it. Because I don't want anyone teaching me some kind of life coaching lesson and you have not been there and done it. You have not been through this struggle. What do you ladies think?
Totally agree. I mean, we both have our background of health challenges. You know, for me being 45, 50 pounds overweight at barely clearing 5'1", that was significantly affecting my health in my younger years. I mean, up until my age 20, 21 is when I really realized the significance. My kidneys, masses, high blood pressure, we're talking 110 over 150. And I was getting lost in this career of corporate managing and property management at the time. And my job validated a lot. And I lost myself in there and totally evaded anything else that was going on with my health. And one of the things that we really do for these women is allow them to dig deep, get through the layers and see the potential. Because going back to that self-care and even creating those boundaries, some of those boundaries are there for ourselves to show what we're capable of, to show what our potential is, and then to exude that out to others so others can really see what is possible. And that's what we've carved the path to show others to do as well.
Yes. Oh my God. Listen, you ladies are phenomenal. You ladies are absolutely phenomenal. I'm telling you. I don't know if I'll ever have any more children, but if I get fat again, I'm coming down to Florida and I am going to White Iris Transformational and Wellness because I'm going to need some help because I am also only 5 feet and 1 inch and a fat girl like myself cannot be walking around with high blood pressure, diabetes, as much as I like to eat beans and rice and all kinds of lovely, delicious food. There's no way in this world that I am going to allow myself to get so out of weight where I can't enjoy. And you know what's so funny? Before we even end this conversation, something just dawned on me. You know what's interesting? People don't realize that you can still enjoy your food, but it doesn't mean that you have to scarf down carbs all at one time. Isn't that right?
Well, you know, first of all, Charmaine, let me just assure people they don't have to come to Florida. We have a virtual business that reaches women all over the world. So we're so happy about that because we truly can reach many more people. But also one of the things I thrive on is teaching people how to once again love food. One of the things that, my quotes on our website is come learn how to love yourself while still carrying on a love affair with food. It is possible. You don't have to choose. You can embrace and love your body that you dream of and your image that you're only imagining one day you can have, and still enjoy delectable food because we love food. I mean, people always say, oh, but you live on lettuce. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that's definitely something we love to share. Food is supposed to be a part of joy in life. It is an emotional thing, and it should be. It just should be a healthy emotional relationship with food, because I always look back to what's the first thing we do when we're born? We're put to our mother's breast to eat. And it's sweet too, that milk. And so it's comfort. It means love. So nourishing us through food is love. So there's nothing wrong with that feeling that food gives you, as long as it's kept in a healthy way.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. That is so wise. I never even put the comparison together that we are, what happens to us when we're first born?
Right.
We are put to our mother's bosom and we are taught to suckle, and then we eat. And that feeling of comfort is something innate within us, which is why we enjoy eating. The problem becomes, as you said, when we don't look at it as an experience. And now, because at one point in time, to be quite frank with you, I used to simply forget what I ate. I mean, literally, I would sit in front of a plate of food and just put it in and completely forget what it was that I ate. And it's so interesting that you put it in perspective of, I want you to eat and I want you to enjoy your food, and it should be a wonderful experience, but it should be one that's healthy. And that makes sense because breast milk is extraordinarily healthy. If you have to formula feed your child, that is extraordinarily healthy if that's the only option you have. So then that makes common sense.
No, but I love what you said about the experience of eating. Especially as Americans, we're rushing, we're eating in our cars, we're standing up, we're working at our desk and eating at the same time while we're on a stressful, conference call. And so that's one of the things, that is actually a coaching session we love to review with our clients, how to make that a really enjoyable, quiet time to really experience the food. And then we're not always feeling like we were never fulfilled in that way. So we're always looking for more and we're overeating because we're never truly experiencing a meal. Correct. Where it can bring us that kind of comfort and joy. So food is definitely not our enemy. It's our friend, and we need food. The body, that's how we're nourished. So we love talking, and that is definitely part of our coaching. It's definitely part of our coaching is the, sometimes how we can be using food in our life not in the right way. It's filling other needs or missing parts in our life. And that goes back to loving ourselves, because that could be substituting for not truly loving ourselves. And Charmaine, I don't really like throwing that out there too much, love yourself, because if we don't know the proper actions that need to take place that demonstrate we truly love ourselves, then it's just meaningless words. So that's
exactly.
So that's why coaches like yourself and us, we dig deep down with that woman to find out, what does loving herself really mean? How does it show up in her life? Yeah. Not just meaninglessly saying you love yourself.
Exactly. And ladies, that is the beautiful thing that I love about collaborating with real coaches, not people who are looking for a quick fix, but people who are teaching women that, listen, this is not a shortcut to success. You have got to put in the work, but I'll hold your hand the entire time. And I'll make sure that every step of the way, I'm going to be here to guide you from one moment to the next. And if you need me, I'm here. I love that idea, ladies, teaching women to love themselves and keeping a manner of self-fulfillment is not selfish. And we're learning that more and more through the way we treat our bodies and the way we intake all kinds of nutrition. And I'm grateful and honored that I had the opportunity to share this session with everyone, this interview with everyone, so that way they can see what I already know in your company. It is phenomenal. It's taking off into the stratosphere already. And so that is great. Oh my gosh. So ladies, can you tell my audience again where they can find you? And I'll make sure that I have all of your information into the comment section below and also in the contact section of this particular video.
Yes, you can find us at www.whiteiristc, T as in Tom, C as in cat, .com.
whiteiristc.com.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Coaching.
I'm so glad, everyone. That is wonderful. I'm so glad to have my co-host here, which was Miss Wonderful Violet White and Miss Extraordinary Lola White. I am so glad to have you ladies here, and I hope we'll be able to do this again. Hey, maybe we should do a segment on loving yourself and doing a holiday special. That'd even be greater when you ladies can come together with some recipes, and maybe you guys show us how to flambe and flambeau and put together in the oven. That sounds amazing, right?
I love it.
Well, thank you, Charmaine. This has been so much fun. And anytime, we're happy to come back.
Wonderful. Thank you, ladies. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.